Hi students, welcome to Plus 2 Computer class. We are discussing about an open source programming language called PHP. You know, one of the main advantage of PHP is we can easily connect PHP with MySQL because it is an open source programming language. Then there is one speciality also available for PHP, that is it can embed in other programming languages. We can embed this PHP with MySQL, then also in HTML we can include PHP. Okay, so these all are the specialities of PHP language. Okay, then in the previous video we discussed about how we are establishing a connection with MySQL, or how we are establishing a connection using PHP with MySQL. There are 4 steps present for establishing a connection with MySQL. First one is open a connection to MySQL. You want to open a connection with MySQL. For opening a connection with MySQL, we are using MySQL connect function. Then after that, specify the database we want to open. Which database we are going to open, that also you want to specify. Then retrieve data or insert data into the table. Then after that, once all the connections are over, then we can close the connection. Okay, so we studied that 4 steps in previous video itself, how we are executing MySQL query function and what is the speciality of MySQL fetch array function. All these we discussed in the previous video. Then in this section we are going to apply all these 4 steps in a program. Okay, all that 4 steps, how we are establishing a connection with PHP in MySQL, all that 4 functions and also all that 4 steps we are going to include in a program. Okay, so that is the speciality. All that 4 steps we will include in that program itself, along with HTML and also PHP program. Both we are going to combine. Okay, then so in this section we are going to discuss a sample C++ program or sample PHP program that contains all these 4 steps. And after that we will discuss creating a table using PHP, how we are creating a table using PHP, how we are inserting data into PHP. Okay, using PHP and also MySQL queries we will discuss this. So these are the 2 topics that we are going to discuss now. Then, so we know there are 4 steps for establishing a connection with the PHP. So we will start with establishing a connection, after that specifying the database, then 3rd step reading data from database, and last step was close the connection. So these are the 4 steps. So in this I am going to include all these 4 steps in a PHP program. You know, I think in some of the video we discussed about how we are finding the grade of, that means using an HTML form we are inserting marks. Okay, there are 3 text, that means 3 text boxes are given. We are inserting M1, M2, M3, 3 different subjects mark, and we are submitting the form. Okay, so first we need an HTML program for creating the form. Then after that, when we click on the submit button, the PHP program is executing. In that PHP program, how we are finding the grade according to the mark. Okay, so that we already completed. How we are connecting PHP with HTML. So here instead of PHP, here we are going to deal with a database. Here there is one database present. So we are going to extract some of the value from that database. So for that, first you want to create an HTML form for, okay, sample HTML program, or you want to create a sample form for creating register number. So there will be one text box, and after that submit button. Okay, submit button. So when we type a register number in this text box, and when I click on the submit button, what will happen? The entered register number 21056. Okay, if suppose I am typing 21056 as a register number, when I click on the submit button, automatically the client will send this register number to the server. Okay, client will send 210. Normally you are checking your result, +1 and +1 result we are checking like this. We will type our number in the corresponding text box, and whenever we click on submit button or login button, whatever it is about that particular button, this number or your register number is transferring to DHSE web portal. They are maintaining a database for storing all the students' result. Okay, all the students' result will be available on that particular database. So when we click on this submit button, the corresponding value or the corresponding number is transferring to DHSE server. Then from that database we are extracting the row that's satisfying this condition. That means some of the SQL query is executing. Okay, the same program we are going to apply. So here there is one difference present. Okay, when we click on this number or when we click on the submit button, we are getting a web page. That web page indicates the corresponding register number, name of the particular student, mark 1, mark 2, mark 3 along with the grade. Okay, so in server side, some of the application program is executing. Okay, because PHP want to connect with MySQL for extracting the result corresponding to this number. Okay, so hope you know how to create a form like this using PHP. Okay, so we already studied HTML. So how we will create a form like this? Input type is equal to text. Okay, type is equal to text, and you want to give a suitable name for the text box. So suppose here I am giving the text box name is register number. So you want to remember only one thing. We are creating an HTML program, sample HTML program, then using action post method. Okay, so what will be the form? Form action is equal to post method. Action is equal to post. Method equal to. Okay, method equal to action dot PHP. So when we click on the submit button, which PHP program is executing? Action.php program is executing. So this program I am going to write now. Okay, I think the form is very simple. You know how to create a form. Input type is equal to text, name is equal to register number. Then input type is equal to button, value equal to submit. Okay, that is enough. You don't need a special program for creating this. Okay, so you want to remember one thing. What is our text box name? What is the text box name? Register number, because this name is important because we are connecting HTML with PHP. So in some of the statement you want to use the text box name because you want to access value from text box. So that you want to remember what is our text box name? Register number. Then I am going to write the PHP program. In this PHP program, all the statements, that means starting from the first step will be available. It's a big program. So same program that is from your textbook I am going to write. So first, okay, an overview of this program is, first you want to declare 4 variables. One, username, password, server, and also which database we are accessing. Okay, 4 variables you want to specify, and one more variable is a register number because we are accessing register number from an HTML form. That also you want to specify. So first I am going to declare that variables first. Same program from your textbook. How we are creating a sample web page for a student if we are submitting the register number. So we will start with the variable declaration statement. So open PHP program. Open the PHP program. Then we declare some of the variable. First one is username. Username is equal to $root. Username is equal username is equal to root. Then password is equal to root. Then server equal to localhost. Server equal to localhost. Then after that database is equal to MySQL. $database is equal to MySQL. So these are the variable required for the program. Username equal to root, password equal to root, and next one server equal to localhost, and $database is equal to MySQL. Hope you understood the significance of this variable, because the first three variables we are using in MySQL connect function, and the fourth variable we are using in MySQL select DB function to specify the database. And one more variable we required, that variable for accessing value of register number. So we can write like this: $register number is equal to $register number equal to $_post $_post of register number. Okay, $register number equal to, what is the speciality of this statement $register number equal to? Because here we are using post method for accessing the value. Which method? Post method, $post of register number. So now the whichever value we entered at the HTML text box, now it is in PHP variable $register number. Okay, so next we are going to continue. Okay, first you are going to establish a connection with MySQL. For establishing a connection with MySQL, $db handle is equal to MySQL _connect. Then inside the parenthesis you want to write these three variables. What are the first variable? $server. What is the value of $server? Localhost. Then $username, then comma $password. $username and $password. Then next one, if $db handle, if the connection is established, then die could not connect dot MySQL error function. Then you can open the bracket, and after that if $db handle open the bracket, die could not connect dot MySQL error function. If it is not happen, then we can close the bracket here. Then if connection is established, then what you want to write? Okay, if die could not connect MySQL, if the connection is not established, we are not going for the further step. At that moment we are terminating. If the connection is established, then we can specify the database name. So how we are specifying the database name? $db _found is equal to $db found is equal to MySQL _select _db. Inside the parenthesis you want to specify the variable. What is the variable? $database. Okay, what is the variable here? $db found is equal to MySQL select db. So this function is used for specifying the database name. $db MySQL, what is it? $database name. Which database we are selecting, you want to specify the database name. Then after that, if the specified database is not present, then you want to specify that condition also. If $db found, if it is found, then open the bracket. If $db found, okay, what is it? If $db found, then we can go for the next transaction or next step. What is the third step? Reading data from database. Okay, so this is our first step. $db handle, we are establishing a connection using 3 parameter: server, username and password. If the connection is established, then we are going for the second step. DB found is equal to MySQL select DB database name. You want to specify the database name. What is the database name? MySQL. If $DB found, then we can go for the next operation. What is the next operation? We are going to execute SQL query. What is the SQL query? We entered one register number, no? That select star from student where register number is equal to that number. So we can write the SQL query. So here I am going to write if $DB if $SQL is equal to select SQL query select star from marks where register number equal to $register number. What is it? $SQL is equal to one more variable we are using. What is it? $SQL is equal to select star from marks. What is our table name? Marks, where register number is equal to the entered register number. Which register number we entered? That register number here it is mentioned .register number. If the entered register number is present, then we will get the result. Then what will be the result? So this is, after this I am going to write the third step. Third step we are using MySQL query function for executing the SQL query. So now which query we are executing? Select star from table query. Okay, which query we are executing? Select star from query. So next one, $result set is equal to $result set equal to MySQL underscore query. Then which variable here we are using? $SQL. So this query will execute and the final result will be available in $result set and $record set. $record set is equal to MySQL underscore fetch underscore array. Okay, array. Then the variable that we are using, that is $result set. $result set. Okay, clear? $record set is equal to MySQL fetch array $result set. So this was our third step. Then next step will be how we are displaying the value on the screen. Okay, so next one will be the echo statement. Echo mark list. Echo mark list. Then echo BR. Okay, echo BR register number dot equal to $record of register number. Then echo BR name dot record of S name. Okay, like this. Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3, that 3 subject will come. It's relating to the same program. Then one point is this, here echo, okay, we are going to print the name and also register number of a student. Okay, only that 2 I am going to print, other I am not going to print. That is in your textbook that you can refer. It's not compulsory. I am going to print only 2 information, that is register number of a student and name of the student. Then please look at the echo command. Echo BR, that means we are breaking the line. Then register number dot $record. What does that $record indicate? $record means after executing MySQL fetch array, the rows will be available in record. From that dollar record, what we are extracting? $SNAME. That means the particular student name that is available in that database tables. So whichever value present at SNAME, that we are extracting. Okay, what we got after select star from mark, where register number equal to that particular register number. What row we are getting? From that row all the parts are extracting. So according to that we can find out all these numbers together. Then final I am going to find the total mark. Okay, echo BR result. Echo BR result is equal to compute underscore result dollar record. That means all that result I am going to find out. So here, okay, you remember this. Okay, I am not going to write the entire statement because I want to explain only that compute result. So here I am going to write result is equal to compute result, and it contain or it is extracting all the marks. For extracting the first mark, how we can write dollar record M1 plus dollar record M2 plus dollar record M3, because this 3 mark is available in dollar record. So after that we will get the result. Then here I mention one term called compute result. Actually it is a function. Okay, what is it? Compute result is a function in PHP. So using compute result we are finding the grade of a student. So if any of the student got less mark in any of the subject, if M1 less than 40, M2 less than 40 and M3 less than 40, then the student failed. This I am not going to write because the same program I given in the previous video itself. Okay, I think in one of the video I included the same program to find the total score of a student. The same function we are repeating here. Okay, so you want to write the compute result, then we can write like this: dollar record of mark 1 plus dollar record mark 2, then plus dollar record of mark 3, record of mark 3, then close the parenthesis. Okay, so by this we will get, okay, close the bracket, else statement, echo database not found, semicolon, MySQL underscore close $DB handle. So by this we are completing the program. So here please look here, else part. If, okay, here $DB found is present, that means we are specifying whether the database is present or not. If the database is present, we are executing this statement. If the database is not present, this is the else part. Echo database not found. So at that moment we can terminate MySQL close DB handle function. Then after that you want to write the function definition for compute result function, because this function want to execute when we are calling this function compute result. Then what will happen in compute result? We are finding whether the student got first class, second class distinction or failed. Okay, the same function is already in your notebook and also in your textbook that you can refer. I think you know how to write a PHP function, user defined functions in PHP. It is very simple to write, use if and if else statement. So after that we are including a user defined function. What is the function name? Compute result function. So you know the variable that we are using in this program. First one is $DB handle. $DB handle is used to execute or used to establish a connection with MySQL. Then after that $DB handle to specify the database name. The database is present, then we can go for the transaction. Then after that $SQL, another variable to specify the SQL query. Which query we are using? Here we are using select query. Select start from marks where register number equal to that particular register number. After that we are executing MySQL query function using $SQL. Then after the execution of $SQL symbol, we will get the result. That result will be available in $record, because in all that remaining section we are using that $record. Okay, so this is an overview of all that 4 steps in PHP connection establishment. Okay, so hope you understood these are the 4 steps along with close connection, MySQL close. Okay, so the same program is in your textbook. If you have any doubt, you can refer your textbook. Same keyword and same statement I am including. There will be no change in the variable name. So the same variable we can use. Okay, then one more section is how we are creating table using PHP. Okay, creating tables. How we are creating tables using PHP. Creating table means it is an DDL command. How we are creating a new table using PHP. For creating a new table using PHP, we can write, you can use one variable $SQL equal to $SQL. We can write the create table command. Create table name student. Then we can specify the variable name register number int. Okay, so register number here I am going to declare as primary key. Then name varchar of 20. Then M1 int, M2 int, comma M3 int, close the parenthesis, semicolon. So this is a create table command. So using MySQL query function, we can write $select underscore query is equal to MySQL underscore query. Then which SQL command we are executing? $SQL, close the parenthesis and semicolon. Okay, so whichever query you want to write, please write the query, then assign that query into a PHP variable. So here I am using $SQL variable. Then after that, using MySQL query function, we can execute that create table command. So using this, we can create a table and also we can insert value into table. Instead of create table command, we can write insert into commands. Okay, instead of create table command, what you want to write? Insert into command we can write. Then suppose you want to update values, then instead of create table command we can write update. Okay, so using MySQL query function, we can execute DDL command and also DML command. The syntax remains same, there will be no change, but the statements will be different. So we can write $SQL is equal to, one more statement I can write, $SQL is equal to. Then instead of create table command, I am going to write insert command. Insert into, what is our table name? Student. Then I can insert values into the table. First one will be the register number 1254. Name of the student Anu. Then mark M1, M2, M3. 25, 23 and 20. Close the bracket, semicolon. Okay, so this is an insert command. Then again I can write $select query is equal to MySQL query $SQL. So which statement present in $SQL, it will work. Okay, so this is a speciality of PHP. So whichever SQL statement we are specifying, that SQL statement you want to include in $SQL command. Then after that, $select query, here it is a variable, $select query is a variable. This is to indicate which query we are executing. Which query we are executing? That $SQL. If you specify $SQL, then automatically that query will execute. For all this, we are using the same function, MySQL query function. Okay, clear? So using this we can execute all the DML command and also DDL command called create table command. So using PHP we can easily create a table using which query? MySQL query function. You know MySQL query function is belonging to the third step, reading data from database. So reading data from database means we can insert data, we can delete data, along with we can create a table using PHP. Okay, so these are the important points from PHP program. 3-tier architecture of PHP, how we are establishing a connection with PHP, then variable declaration of PHP. So all these we included in this video section. Okay, it's very important. Similarly, like this program, one more program is present in your textbook. That program is, here we are just displaying the value in a web page format, but in the second program, instead of web page, we are including tables. So you want to include table tag in that program. That is enough. Only that table we are including. Other remains okay, except that all the other code remains same. Okay, so you want to remember all the functions that we are using in establishing a connection with PHP. Okay, so again we will revise the topics that we studied. What was our topic? We discussed a program, sample program that indicate the working of PHP with MySQL. In that program, we included all the functions starting with MySQL connect function. The variable that we are using is DB handle for establishing a connection. After that, $DB found. Here $DB found is a variable used to store the result of select MySQL select DB function. That means we are checking whether a database is present or not. If the database is present, then we can go for the third step. Third step is reading data from database. We are extracting register number and name of the student. Okay, in that program we used two variables. One is result set and second one was record. Then once all the data accessing is over, or the required data we collected from the database, then we can close the connection. For closing the connection, we are using the same variable that we used for establishing the connection. DB, that means $DB, MySQL close function, $DB handle. Then after that we discussed about how we are creating a table using PHP. Okay, so for that also we are using MySQL query function. Okay, so by this we are concluding our chapter server side scripting using PHP. Okay, all these important points, especially, okay, here I am not going to give any of the homework. The same question that you want to copy in your notebook along with the comments. Okay, each step you want to write comments for what we are using MySQL. From that section, which step is starting, all that you want to write. Actually, this is the homework, the same program that you want to write in your notebook along with suitable comments. Okay, so by this we are concluding PHP. So hope you understood PHP variable declaration and 3-tier architecture of PHP. The remaining section, the 2 chapters was theory chapters that we will start from next video onwards. Okay then.